Well, I got challenged by some ice and snow this morning, so I may as well go ahead and get challenged by a song. Let's do a duet, a little bit of Loretta Lynn and Conway. Sing along if you know it. Feelins, just lead us on till we know where we're going. If I told you that I loved you, could we slip away where the lights are low? And if I put my arms around you and held you close, could you tell me no? Well, you know that I'd be lying if I said I wasn't trying to let you know I'd go. Let love take me where we never been before. Feelins, just lead us on till we know where we're going. You don't know how long I've waited to have you where you are right now. With you looking soft and pretty, ain't no telling where we're bound. Now here we are together, too close for talking, I can't tell you no. Let love take us where we never been before. Feelins, just lead us on till we know where we're going. If I continue on, I'll be louder. All right. I'll let it play out. All right, stop. I had to make sure my mother got home okay this morning around lunchtime. Let traffic break up some of that junk on the road before we got on there. Getting to her house was one thing. It was okay. In fact, when she went into her drive, and she's got a chain link fence, when she went through that opening, I was like, Lord, I wish she'd have went in through there a little slower. But she made it. Drove through there like she was a pro. And I'm sitting there going, oh, we got two different types of vehicles. I make it through. I forgot about how she's got that little dip going down into her drive. So trying to leave, backing out, it wasn't happening. I had to turn around in the front yard and go forward out the drive to get the traction that I needed. And there's a lot of areas that trees block the sun on that road, and the other road connected to it. So there was patches. There was clear roadway and there's patches. Well, I was fine until I got to the last intersection before getting to my house. And I bet you I had to go forward and backward 10 or 15 times to get enough traction up under me to get across the road, because every time I had a good going to get across, there was traffic. And they weren't close to each other. So I wasn't going to dare try to push out there, and then by that time they're there, and then we're going to not have a good outcome. Then I ended up with two vehicles behind me. They were smart. I have to hand it to them. They stay far enough behind so I can keep going back and forward, so I can get my back tires on some roadway and get enough. And finally, I made it across. And when I looked in my rearview mirror, they were still sitting in their spot like they were questioning whether they wanted to try it or not. I made it down the road. I was still looking. They were still down there in that intersection, so I don't know if they ever made it across or turned around. But the only thing going in and out my drive was us this morning. And I was like, Lord, don't let me go sideways. I took it slow as I could, making that turn coming in. And there's no ground. All I got is driveway. On the other side of that driveway is a ditch. So, and the only way to make that any better, to make it a little bit wider, is to completely take that end of the driveway up, because the culvert cement round things for drainage are not like they used to make, or they've changed the way they make them, the design at the end, so they can't put another one to the end of it and it actually connect like it's supposed to. So the whole thing's got to be busted up at the end and put two new ones that actually connect together. Because I've already checked it out. A few years ago, I'm like, I think I'll make this wider. And when he told me that, I said, Lord, you're making something simple harder. So, we'll see. He's like, you can't close it. I said, I didn't ask to close the whole thing up. I know you need a drainage thing here, but y'all could have done better. Was this when I was living here? So I know how to do some things. Don't put me up to it. I ain't talking about closing. There is a benefit to having that ditch there to keep traffic parking in front of your house. That go to the other side of the road. So that's a benefit. But I would like to have it wide enough that two vehicles can, because they ain't going to park there. State law, they can't park there. Block your driveway. But anyway, and I have no issue with that, you'll tell. You should know better. But I don't think they would. Anyhow, I'm going to get off here and listen. But I got home, got the car in the driveway, and it was like, that was a close one. I said, no, it won't. We were good. You just been sitting here and got soft on me sitting in the garage. That's all. But we still got power. That electric company asked us to step back on power use this morning from 4 to 10 because people are stressing it. I can't go no less. The only thing I got extra pulling on it right now is that fan. And I don't use a whole lot of power. But I tell you, they need some competition here because they about control the whole state just about, except for one other company. And for them to say it's stressed, so they don't have no outages. I just like they could come up with better ways of supplying it. Just say, because they went up on the price of power. And I guess you can when you got the major power source around here. But I'm gonna get off here and listen. So y'all stay warm. Don't get out unless you have to. I know you get cabin fever. It's gonna turn around. Wednesday night we got a chance of flurries again here, and rain and flurries. But I'm hoping with the temperatures that I'm seeing that we're gonna have, that it just might be some light rain. I hope it don't come at all. I'm dying for some 50 degrees. Just get up in the 50s and honey, it's time to put shorts on. I tell you, I was like, spring is so close. March is so close where I can start doing stuff in the yard, prepare to redo my front yard. I'm not doing the back and the front this year. Just going to work on the front, and I'll slowly prepare the back for maybe fall. It depends on how the summer goes. It just depends. And how things go when I do the front yard. I don't have everything that I need, but I think I can make do without it. And I can still have positive results from what I do have. Because I did a soil test back in the fall. And I think I can do what I'm trying to get through. And that's totally redo the front yard. I put down a small truckload of dirt last year throughout my yard trying to even it out, fill up holes. I know I'm going to have to get about 4 bags of topsoil, which would be under $10. Just little touch-up areas in the front. We had a gas company come through here, and I really don't want their gas. And instead of going to the side road, he went through part of my yard, where next to that ditch is. And they did not fill the holes up like they were supposed to. They have not come back to check things, and I will have a talk with them next time I catch them. And they even spray painted my down driveway. Wrong answer. It's gone. I removed it. And if they do it one more time, we're going to have a word of prayer. Hey, they put flags out, and I left mine out. I was nice enough to cut around it. And other people won't. They yanked them up after a few weeks. They yanked it up. But they hadn't seen me spraying their junk. So they had to call in another company to use water pressure to dig the holes for them. Because the company had to run a backhoe. Wait a minute, I'm going to need some water. Kept hitting the water line and busted the water lines twice. I got it on video. It was just when I retired. And you see this whole street's flooded out. Ditches are running wide open like a river. And I thought I was getting being a part of a sequel. The river runs through it. And all them jokers with that company were standing in a circle just about with their cell phones in their hand, letting all this water gush and not calling somebody to come fix it. Calling the town, hey, we hit your line. You might want to come turn this water off so we can start working on it and get it fixed for you. And when they saw me out there with my phone, they all went in different directions. I got that on video. Hey. People say they do things, but the sad thing is you got to have a video camera over them to get them to do the right thing. That's when that tells you what type of character they have. And when I first started out in law enforcement, the chief that I worked under, Lord, I still miss that guy, passed away, I think, day before his birthday. I think he was fixing to turn 42, 43, somewhere near 42. And when I started out, this is long before everybody got happy, people were just starting to get home alarm systems in. And he told me, he said, when you work out here, always work like you got a camera on you. Long before cameras, body cams, and all that stuff come out. We're talking about 1990. He said, always act like, because we did have one gentleman run around town every time something major happened. He'd throw that camcorder on his shoulder. He'd videotape it for historical stuff. But he rode around. But he, it's a testimony of your character, whether you got to have a camera on you or not. And from that, when he told me that, I always remember, to this day, I remember it. Even when I'm not at work. But my grandma she put something in my head when she realized I was old enough to remember it. I told my mama this while we were having our little snow blizzard. We were talking about things from the past and all. And I told her about that because she's forgotten a lot of things from back then since her hip issue. And I told her, I said, we were sitting in the kitchen. Like I said, I can't remember if it was the kitchen table or the countertop. Well, I was sitting on her lap at the table. But I noticed we were in the kitchen. And I was old enough to comprehend what she was telling me. And she said, I won't always know what you do and say. Your mom and daddy won't always know what you do and say. And she was talking about my aunts, because my aunts at that time, my mom's sisters are still at home. Nobody around here is going to know what you do and say every moment of the day. There will be times we won't be around. But I'm going to tell you something. There is somebody that knows everything you say, you think, and you do. And that's God. There ain't no getting away. There ain't no hiding. There ain't no shoving up under a rug. So don't think you're getting away with anything just because we ain't around. From that day forward to this day also, I think of that. Not because I'm doing something wrong and I want to get away from it. It's just that those words still float through my head. She planted a seed. And I think a lot of other people need to have that floating through their head. Because I have a conscience. It'll stress me out if I do something I shouldn't be doing. So a lot of people need to live by that. There's a lot of people out there that they wouldn't be able to survive if they had to live under something like that constantly playing through their head. But it was just like, I don't know how to explain it. It became a part of me. And I don't need to be reminded because it's trained me. And it shows who you are as a person. So it saves you from having a lot of sleepless nights. If you do right, just go ahead and do it right. It may be the hard thing to do, but go ahead and do it. You know you want to do something else because of what somebody may have done or said about you. Go ahead and do the right thing, and you don't have to worry about it coming back. About in your rear, or if it does come back, you ain't got to worry about it putting a blemish on you. I'm hushing now. Lord, we done went up to 18 minutes. See, I went so long, now I can't hush. Y'all be nice.